Autobots, roll out!
That's nothing.
Thanks,
You
I
should
feel
see the
awful.
Dolyak.
Hey. Hello everyone and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1. If I remember correctly, Season 3 mostly has to do with the aftermath of Mortemoth, of course, but it's kind of heavily implied on the White Mantle. Just to grab something. Which we have also met in Guild Wars 1 and are now being hunted by. Let's see what they have been up to for the last 200 years, I think someone said. First, where are you? Here we go. Check the mail. We practically did that already on the Sylvari. Greetings, Commander. In these dark times, I take out my pen and scroll to invite you to the open-air memorial for Ares the Vulcan. Please join us as we mourn and celebrate this legendary hero. The stone writes steading in Holbreck, where Ares lived, will be consecrated for this purpose. Wishing you easy passing. Message. Already I'm fucking up the reading. Let's go. How much worse can it get?
Rest in peace, Air. May the mountains hear her name until the end of time. You made it.
Of course, Newt. She was a dear friend.
Let's head up. My people will be glad you're here.
Some may have questions about what happened.
I hope it's not why. I'm still struggling with that one myself.
Aren't we all? Perhaps that's the answer Bram left to seek.
He's not here?
No. He arranged this and then took to the mountains. The fire inside that boy. I almost feel sorry for any of Jormag's minions he comes across.
Sounds like he's working through it in true Bram fashion. Good.
Make yourself at home. Your Tribune friend certainly has. Now I'll leave you to it, Commander. Speak with whomever you wish, and celebrate. Or pay your respects privately.
Oh my.
The spirit of air can be found in either.
She had him dead to rights. We all knew it. And what was he going to do? Beg? Plead? Wasn't his style. And Air wouldn't buy it anyway. So, he just jumped off the ledge. Well, she wouldn't give him the satisfaction of escape, even to his death. She shot him before he hit the ground.
Acorns!
Damn, that Nord knew how to exact revenge.
That's
So
just
true.
like her. Thank you for that story, Tribune Brimstone.
I'm not sure why no one's ever made a tapestry of that moment. Oh, hey, good to see you, Commander.
You too. Spreading a little air cheer?
Things were getting too serious. Just ensuring they remember the right Air.
Hey, you're that Ritlock trombone, the Revenant, right?
Close enough. Now why don't you do Uncle Trombone a favor and buzz off?
But I want to hear about the Blood Legion.
Don't you think quietly weeping in the corner by yourself would be more fun than this?
Nah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Zojja or Logan? I was crossing my fingers they'd be well enough to make this.
Still both laid up on my last visit.
Too bad. Mordremoth's death came with a great toll, for sure.
You know, with those two out of the field, and Snaff and Air gone, and Kaith, well, there really is no Destiny's Edge anymore.
I'm sorry, Ritlock. I know how important it was to you.
But there's no sense in looking back. Maybe it's time to start again.
Another guild? Would Air?
She wouldn't want us to get caught up in her death like she did with Snaff's. Regret gets you nowhere. And Tyria would probably sleep more soundly with the Dragon Slayer at the helm of a new guild.
We could do a lot of good. It didn't go perfectly, but the small group we had was pretty capable against Mordremoth. What would we call it?
Fate's Razor!
I will not be part of a guild called Fate's Razor.
What about Dragon's Watch?
Dragon's Watch. I like that.
Can I be in it?
No.
But I've got my Uncle Beamish's magical sword!
Not yet, kid.
Commander, come see this.
What's going on?
It's Garm. He came home. Now that is a happy
believe it.
sight. Great spirits.
Welcome home, brother.
There he is.
It's a sign.
Oh, thank the spirits. Look, everyone. Look who it is.
Don't talk to Ritlock, talk to Rox.
Rox! You! You
Yes,
and
Sir
Garm!
Commander, what are you doing here?
May
What
we all
did I walk
carry her
into?
memory until we join
A
her
memorial for
great
Air.
spirits.
You couldn't have brought a better gift.
Yeah. Nice work, soldier.
To
We're
Air.
both tired and hungry. Wasn't expecting all this. Garm's hurt too. We should get him healing as soon as possible.
What can I do to help?
I'll send for a healer. In the meantime, there's plenty of food around.
I'll do it. Rox, you rest.
Yes.
You hungry, Garm?
Hopeful.
Yes, he is. Where's the food? We need food. Jeez, Norn sure has pints.
There you go, boy. You're home now.
We also need... What are you about? I don't think I'm gonna go through this myself again. The dialogues and everything can be read on the wiki if people are interested. There's rocks. There's rocks.
You can rest assured that your legend will be remembered.
What was this? Read inscription. Einar Cliffstrider, stalwart guardian, father of Ersteboken, fell with honor at the Battle of Icecrest. Who dares wins. Okay, and then she had a sculpture of Jorah here that she's working on in the open world. So she's still here, obviously. And then she had a lot of other sculptures out here.
I knew her.
Alright, rocks.
I still can't believe it. How did you find Garm?
Tracked him from the crash site. Wasn't easy. The jungle's still crawling with Mordrum. Some of them have come unhinged without their master's voice. Poor Garm followed Air's scent into the middle of it all. He was lucky to be alive. We both are.
Bram's gonna be so happy when he gets back.
He's not here?
No, he's in the mountains, blowing off some steam.
Well, I'll stay with Garm and make sure he's okay. When he's ready, we can try to catch up with Bram.
I'm sure the cold air will do Garm some good after all that jungle heat.
Yeah, if I never see another pocket raptor as long as I live, I'll die happy.
Come on. Let's get to what we're here for.
Praise Wolf. And now, would anyone like to hear a tale of Ersteboken's great deeds?
Would you mind bringing me some hot water? Garm has blood and dirt caked all over him. Then you can help me wash him if you like. I need a bucket of water. Where is the bucket of water? Was it here indoors? Ah.
Who let that wolf in here? It smells awful.
That's Air's pet, Garm.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I mean, he's lovely. He must have heard me. Sorry, Garm.
It's always fun when he does that.
What's Garm doing?
He's looking for her.
Yeah. Looking around for air.
Was it quick?
She died in battle. There was no prolonged suffering.
One thing I like about Guild Wars 2 is that most of his interactions are voice acted. I don't have to do a ton of reading. Thank you. Thank you. Air loved music. If the spirit moves you, feel free to perform a dance in honor of our dear departed friend.
Your craftsmanship does Air honor. She was a great sculptor, drawing her inspiration and skill from Raven.
Maybe you can explain it. I still don't understand why they didn't bring Air's body back for a proper send-off.
We couldn't risk her turning. Her son Bram took care of her himself. He honored her remains, I assure you.
I thought only Sylvari were vulnerable to Mordramoth's corruption.
No, everyone was vulnerable. Anyone, Sylvari or not, could be attached to one of their blighting trees. The trees create duplicates of people to serve Mordramoth. It was awful.
You know, I've always said she was destined to be the next leader of Holbrook.
I can't believe she's gone forever. She was a powerful ally, and a loyal friend.
Oh, it hit the instruction of Jorah. Mountain Walker, Kinslayer, Cursebreaker, Blood washes blood.
History.
Stop it.
Such craftsmanship.
Spirits bless this endeavor.
Bear gives us our ferocity, and Air was loved by Bear. You do her honor and remind us of our gifts from all the spirits.
Greetings. They say you were there when Air met her end. What killed her?
It was a powerful dragon minion, one of Mordramoth's most dangerous. An abomination.
I heard it was the head of the Nightmare Court herself. Is that true?
She didn't deal the killing blow. That was a vicious jungle predator called a Vinetooth.
Yeah.
Air had many of the qualities of Snow Leopard. Her stealth was renowned. You honor her well by carving this statue.
Wolf chose Air at a young age. You honor her. This spirit recalls the importance of the pack, and you were part of hers. Air's monument will be in good company here.
Oh, Air, powerful.
Oh, there you are. That's the sculptor Isaac. He's working on a sculpture of Air. Okay. Sure.
Everyone, lend us your ears. The one who killed Zaitan with Air Stegauken would like to say a few words.
We've all lost people we loved, and the pain of that can be overwhelming. But we can't let the pain stop us from moving forward without them, without her. Instead, we honor, celebrate her life, the gift that she was. Air is a part of me, a part of all of us. How do we praise the spirits of the wild for that? By living the rest of our own lives larger, better, bolder. We love, we laugh, we defend our world, and we fight for what's right. We do what she would have done. Homesteaders, hunters, heroes all, to Air!
To
Air. Rest in peace, Air. May the mountains hear her name.
To a great
Nicely
warrior
done.
and
To
friend.
Air.
Join her and the great
Goodbye,
spirits.
Air.
Commander, this just arrived for you.
Hi. I got something fantabulous to show you. Get here as soon as you can. There's a gate set up in Radasum. It's top secret. Fortunately, you know me.
May the mountains
Go to
hear her
Radasum
name
and look
until
for
the
the
end of
Adventure
time.
Aid. ZK, blah blah blah, Golem. They'll know to let you in.
Looks like I'm off to Rada Novus. Ritlock, care to follow?
Sure, but I need to take care of something on the way. Or rather, tell someone I won't be taking care of
A
something.
statue of an Asura among our
Never
legendary
mind.
heroes.
I'll meet you there.
Odd.
Sure. Rox, Ritlock talked me into founding a new guild. It'd be great to have you. And pass the invitation on to Bram when you see him. Actually, don't. I'll do it in person. I don't want him to think we're merely replacing Destiny's Edge after his mother's death.
I get it. And I think he will too, when the time's right.
Questionable, but Radasum.
We'll never get recruits. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching, mind-blowing war. The mists are too exclusive.
You are recognized. Please proceed through the gate. Where does it go? Not authorized to answer that question aloud, and I do not have telepathic abilities yet. Oh boy. Please proceed. Your safety is relatively assured. Relatively. Yay. Hey, didn't break on me. Hi. You're about to hurt me, aren't you?
One second, please.
Security breach detected.
Gollum, what are you doing?
Responding with full force.
No, this is not happening! Stop! Halt! Cease! Desist!
Might makes me right.
Unidentified intruder does not fulfill height requirements.
Vacate these premises! Oh, my poor baby. It'll take me months to repair you now.
Don't care. It attacked first. Hey, Ritlock. Hi, Timmy. If you actually take your time and kill it and she comes running, where's that dialogue? It's super funny. See, it's further down. Oh, it's research another soon. What? I'm on the wrong one. Hallelujah, I'm an idiot. If Timmy appears before the sentry column is defeated. No, she's a prude. She's my friend. Stop that rusty hunk of stupidity. Because back then, it actually took time for me to actually make a dent in things. Now? Jesus. Do I have in power? 12:30, that would explain it. Never mind.
Timey! Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Traherne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
But there's good news, too. Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be the brains. Haha, kidding. In all seriousness, though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
How have you been doing here?
Great! It's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed up.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you describe. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Counselor Flunt, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Why, none that I can think of.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't dream of hiding something from you, Counselor. I'm totally hiding something from him.
I can feed
Let's
into
head
the
there
cup
now,
if you want.
but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code. I'll give you a hint. Do exactly as you're told.
And I am following the guide, as I do not have the memory capacity to...
Unidentified user. Security measures activated. Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Interact with the console only if you are an approved user.
Okay, it's time. Shit.
Oh, must be love.
More like marriage. Ow!
Forgot it did that.
System reset.
Fuck.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Yeah, I hit the wrong.
Yikes! What's causing that?
This place is an accident waiting to happen.
Oh. I need to have it on my phone. I can't look at the other screen. Researching Rada Novus. I keep looking over at the other screen. But that is pretty much my undoing.
System reset.
I have to be real quick about it too.
Enter passcode.
Like 1 and 2 are easy.
Phase 1 of 5
It's 3 and 4
complete.
that I'm
Phase
fucking
2
up.
commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete. Enter passcode.
That went better.
Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 04687 activated.
That's our cue. You cracked the code. Let's go.
One, 2, and 5 were easy. It was trying to remember and get the order correct on 3 and 4.
Sorry to put you through that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flunt out of here.
Now that the subterfuge is out of the way, can we get to what you called us here for?
Yes, this is a replica of the leyline energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year firework after the dragon went bye-bye. But as you can see here, the egg's doing great.
What are we looking at? A feat of the egg chamber?
Yeah, the Exalted and the Rada Novans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke into it.
No, I utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it?
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map. So this other point is... Huh, that's new. The northern bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system. I'm trying to model its patterns, but this map isn't built for detailed readings. Yet. In the meantime, look at this.
What is it?
Not to toot my own warbler or anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power.
Like those?
Exactly! Get 'em!
That sound makes my teeth ache. Timmy, you gotta stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the organ I harvested. Might be one of their kin.
Here, don't say.
More incoming. It ain't nap time yet.
exterminate. Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it, and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's that sludge you're keeping it in?
Blighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff? It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid from the blighting pods? The things that made horrible Mordrum abominations out of corpses?
So you do remember it?
Timmy, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
You worry too much. In research, there's no reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
I got your back. You first.
This is basically just the panel up by the door, listening in on everyone else on the main lab. And I believe... I fucking hope. Where is it? I don't need it.
Stand down. It's just Timmy's friends again.
I was told I'd find the Pact commander here. Anyone?
Were they wrong?
General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Radanovis?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The Marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but out of harm's way.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After our Mordremoth battle, I believe I, Rytlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
I do too, and I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
Laugh it up, No Eyes. I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Well, he dove down into a mist portal and hasn't checked in however many weeks.
Are you
Explain
sure
the
you want to
magic.
just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not? It's what I did with the last two.
Look.
What did I hear? You're not in the Pact anymore? Wait, what do I call you? Hooba?
No. How about we just stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
What was that?
That didn't sound good.
Quick, let's go see what's happening.
Protect the counselors! Run! It's a crazy Silvari!
Calm down.
Please, get the Dragon Man away from
Is
me!
that another one of your friends?
What happened?
This locale no more.
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Flood was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship. Canuck, you're my hero.
Why the surprise visit?
I'm here answering the call.
But Mordremoth's dead. We killed...
Oh, it's not the Jungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anis's.
Still hold your billet, eh?
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again be free from any yoke.
How can I help?
Minister Codicus recently left the Queen's protective custody. Anis sent me and a squad of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Didn't we all?
Ritlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect. I'll grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
What do you mention? You're about to have a whole history bible about the White Mantle. That's not for me. I've already done that.
It's an anomaly. Novus.
Let's get underway.
I have more than enough time today, but I don't want to bore anyone with details.
Commander's destination ahead.
Even though I am
Looks like
the
we're in
winner.
for quite a ride.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
By gods, grow a backbone. Scared of a little weather?
I wish I saw this place before he went. Ta-da!
All hands, full reverse! On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
Where is Bloodstone Fen? Right, that could work.
I fully expect us to expire here.
What? I'm gonna show you guys something. I am so immensely glad I found it on Reddit. This lets me see the map of both games. Where we are now is in Bloodstone Fen, and this grey outline is the Guild Wars 1 map. And it's flipping amazing. Every time when I play Guild Wars 1, I drag around the map depending on where I am in the story. So I know, like, what does it look like now between the two games. But it's also... holy freaking shit, there's immense difference between how big the world is between the two games. I think Guild Wars 2 was like... well, it keeps expanding with new maps all the time, so... I think it's... someone said it was 40 or 20% bigger than in Guild Wars 1. So if I bring that down a little bit, maybe up there, there's nothing up there. Pick the Soul Keeper.
Our forward propulsion shorted out. What was that?
I think... It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a bloodstone just exploded.
A bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question, but others might not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors, see if I can piece together what happened, and why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back, and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
I wonder if I shouldn't place this. Oh. It could actually be up in the corner. Doesn't exactly matter. Oh, the reactions of everyone when this was released. And there were a few veterans in the chat as well that were like doing absolute lore trivia. And every of us newbies were asking questions like every single time. I think on... yeah, see the marker? This was the Maguma Bloodstone that I recently played through, actually. Everyone was like wishing there was a before and after what it looked like in the Guild Wars 2 version. Because Christ, this place went completely. I'm not entirely sure if I found this particular spot. But anyways, how is... oh, so go what's right and left on this map. Is the store... it's below.
A large chunk of the bloodstone, still intact. And these foul things. This bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly blast.
I seem to have jumped something. Whoops. Where is that? It's blood and stone. Must have missed the... Wait, is it on? I'm gonna check something. Oh, okay. Apparently didn't call in when I was below deck. Interesting. It was only that she was explaining that she had slipped in the two-way communicator onto her backpack, which we now use nowadays instead of lettering. That section must be a one-time thing. Anything in the trivia? I think I'm gonna take the Citadel last. Here we have the other stars.
Ah, members of the Pact!
Blood. Bloodstones! I'll slit your throat!
Commander, are you still alive?
They've been consumed by bloodstone magic. They deserve a better fate. Now you suffer.
Oh, there's a shroom.
Do you hear that?
Oh, something special about this room, so... This... And where are you dropping? Nothing out of the ordinary. Mantle.
White mantle. But they're different.
The magic is mine.
Be ready to run.
Uh-huh. And last but not least, loading Citadel. Actually, yeah. Let me see. Come on, behave.
The blast released spirits trapped in the Bloodstone. I've heard tales of sacrifices among human tribes. Maybe this is related. They were imprisoned for so long, it twisted their minds. They don't know friend from foe. We must release them once and for all.
And last but not least, the teeny tiny football here.
I've never seen an explosion collapse on itself like that. Magic was inches from my face, and then it suddenly shot into the ground. You think a dragon was responsible?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I want to get into that crater and find out why the blast reversed and where the magic went.
Easier said than done. The area is swarming with White Mantle. We sent a patrol, but only one soldier made it back, and she's, not well.
What's wrong with her?
She was hit with magic unlike any we've seen. On the outside, she's fine, but it twisted her inside something fierce. She can barely move. She's been raving about floating purple stone monsters ever since she got back.
Stone creatures? That rings a White Mantle bell. Can you reach the Priory and see what they know about them?
Sure thing, Commander.
Have you seen Canuck?
Who?
He's a Silvari. Tough, but well-spoken. Medium build.
Keep it together,
a bit
soldier.
cranky.
This is no worse
Can't
than
say
what
that I
we've seen
have.
before.
But I did see Kaith run through here like a centaur on fire. She wouldn't stop for anything. Just hauled tail through the war zone and was gone like that.
One step at a
Thank
time.
you.
Right now,
I'll let the General know you're down here.
Why are you speaking bubble? Look up White Mantle origins.
The Mersat preyed upon the weak and impressionable, who in turn worshipped them as gods. Calling themselves the White Mantle, these converts sacrificed innocents and toppled the Crichton monarchy. The chaos they inflicted on Tyria was short-lived. They were eventually crushed, and their scattered remnants went into hiding. But pockets of their fanatical followers have been operating in the shadows ever since.
Now this is... He's a character you find if you are doing the Forsaken Thicket raid, so wing 1, 2, and 3.
You had it coming. You think Marksman Moraka will be okay?
Ugh, I hope so, but it doesn't look good. Her condition is worsening.
It's like that magic fried her inside, or confused her circuits. She's in so much pain.
Come on, talking about it isn't gonna make it better. Do something productive.
Such as?
Thinking about it with your mouth closed would be a step in the right direction.
I swear I won't harm you.
You're Silvari. Didn't do anything for them. The blast rotted the core. Unlike anything I've seen. Any attempt at reversing the damage was futile. Nothing helped, just a little. Nothing. They're gone, Commander. Shells of their former selves, driven by an unquenchable thirst for more power. Pains me to say it, but I fear the only treatment is death. Was Moraka hit with the blast? She doesn't seem enraged like the others. No, she was outside of the blast with the rest of us. Whatever she was struck with was different. She's still herself, but suffering so much. She called for treatment, as it were. I hope you'll be able to help her. Thanks for the info. Get back up to the mob.
Sir, this is the second near-death experience you've had in a very short while.
Can't say I hadn't noticed. I'm either exceptionally unlucky or exceptionally lucky. Can't decide which.
While the concept of luck is generally preposterous, the eternal alchemy does seem to favor you.
Favor me? I went from nearly being executed by a giant bloodstone to nearly being blown up by an even bigger bloodstone.
Yet you survived both. I think you deserve a nickname. Bennett the Everlasting.
Isn't that tempting the eternal alchemy to smite me for my arrogance? There's something?
That's not how the eternal alchemy works.
Don't worry, Bennett. I don't even know how the eternal alchemy works. Now where the... There. I had to look on the OBS to see where the... Oh... Where the, waypoint was. Because I have Blish running. And there are like markers and stuff everywhere that helps me find tier 2 rifts or tier 1s and stuff. Different pathings on how to best farm. And then there's some green stuff here, so I'm guessing they are the I don't know why they look like mushrooms or why they say bloodstone fan, but they are for something. So this one is like covered with markings, so I had to look on OBS to find it. What up?
Is it as bad as it looks down there?
It's not good. White Mantle hit in the blast are mad with hunger for magical energy. They gather any scrap they can find.
The White Mantle? Could they have done this? And to what end?
I don't know. Maybe it was an experiment gone wrong. Maybe it was supposed to empower all of them and it went awry.
Whoever it was, we owe them our gratitude. That blast would have hit Lion's Arch, and they just rebuilt the place.
I'd hold off on the thanks until we know what their motive is. There's a packed squad down there. They've already established a camp and are trying to get a foothold in the area.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it's not all good news. Some other Pact members were also caught in the blast.
Just what the Pact didn't need. More dead soldiers.
They're not dead, but they've been twisted by Bloodstone magic, just like the White Mantle.
They don't deserve that. They deserve peace.
I understand. I'd want the same if the roles were reversed.
Thank you, Commander.
Continue investigation.
Trzeba återköpa.
Come in. Can you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear, Timey.
Finally. There's been tons of magical interference. Been difficult to get a clean line to you. Okay, I've been going over some data coming in from the blast area, and one thing stands out. The people who were within the blast radius who, survived, they need to consume the magic to live, but the magic's also driving them more and more insane.
That must be why I've seen them snatching up Bloodstone shards.
Then they have to have a way to harvest the magic inside. Yeah, I wonder how.
I'll track down where they're taking the shards for harvest and see what they're using. Commander, over.
Did you mean Commander out? It's okay. Communicator protocol takes a little getting used to. Timey out.
You don't say. I'm gonna sound weird for a moment because I'm gonna have a hard candy in my mouth.
I need healing.
But what about...
Seriously.
Come in, Timey. I've liberated the artifact.
Only thing to do now is try it out. You should be able to harvest bloodstone nodes and fragments scattered by the blast.
It's mixed fruit drops from Cavendish and Harvey. Don't know if that tells anything, but they're good.
Bennett, any update on the creature that hospitalized your scout?
We finally got a message from Priory headquarters. Hard to get a pigeon to fly through a magical storm in one piece. The description of these stone men matched an ancient weapon the Mersat and White Mantle used before the Crichton Civil War. They're called Jade Constructs. They were the Mersat's primary martial units.
Floating constructs? That sounds similar to the Exalted.
That's because they're using ancient magic from a similar origin. Or at least that's my current theory, Poobah.
Did your backpack just call you Poobah, Commander?
It's a long story. Go on, Timey.
What are we going to do?
There was a time, way back, when the Seers and the Mersat shared a lot of info. Why do you think they're all so floaty?
So is there anything that'll keep me alive in a fight against these Jade things?
Remember that magical protection I told you about? That should work against Jade constructs, too. It was based on Seer research that Zinn, the founder of Rada Novus, performed during the Crichton Civil War. I highly suggest mastering it before you get in a smashy scenario with one of those Jade brutes. Good luck, time me out!
So, each episode we received, we got a new mastery. And since I have them, we're just traveling to bottom of the crater. The one you need is counter magic. And you pretty much fill out the XP bar until you get it. And since I am 620, I get spirit shards. Why am I up to even? 224. I can buy a bloodstone shard if I ever do legendary again. The only legendaries I don't have are the Aurora and Vision, the Conflux, I think. Or Convalescence, either of the rings. And I don't have the underwater weapons. Or the relic. And since they have announced Guild Wars 3, I figured it was no use making them. There it is. A road.
It looks like there are magical scorch marks leading this way.
Are they crazy? They are crazy.
Now you suffer.
How did I get in there? I'm so gonna fail that. For the third time, I think. Last I played this was when I was working on this. It's a legendary amulet you get for doing dragon something. Season of Dragons, here we go. Yeah, there it is.
Who's there?
It's me, Commander.
Keith. Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself and the trail led me here. Look at these marks. Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and...
Tremor!
Raven's beak!
Did you see that?
That bloodstone explosion seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clearer picture. This could give us an insight on why the blast reversed itself.
I think I managed to... Oh boy.
Just a bunch of weapons.
You sure about that? Because they're glowing.
Might makes eat pain. I'm dying. That was unexpected.
I'll hold my I told you so.
Thanks.
How did you end up down here?
I was returning from the Grove when I saw the explosion on the horizon. I wasn't going to leave it uninvestigated.
Good work getting this deep into the crater. Must have been moving like a shadow out there.
It's what I do.
Some bloodstone pieces next to the staircase. Guess this is how someone would get down here to do... whatever it is our test hopefully reveals.
I guess I really wanted it to be a natural disaster. Didn't want to think about someone tinkering with so much power.
Mm-hmm. Given how this place looks like, it was pretty livable. Speaking of livable, there's another one over there.
Keith, over here. Getting healthier. What was your business in the Grove?
I was visiting the Pale Tree.
How is she after Mordremoth's death?
Ailing, but recovering. Although not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's... back to the task at hand. Those explosions exposed some more bloodstones.
Was over here. This piece of paper seems barely touched by the destruction. It looks as if someone was taking notes during a conversation or translating a coded message. Trial number 33. Complete failure. Received orders to increase output. Result demanded soon or what? Or else? The rumbling of dissent in our ranks is unacceptable for research progress. Being pulled in two directions. I want to stay in the course. I want to stay the course and not listen to this new, shady influence behind the curtain. Where's the Justicar getting his orders from anyway? My loyalty is a liability here now. Perhaps I should flee before the rift becomes inescapable. To leave my fellow White Mantle brothers and sisters, but I will not follow someone who won't reveal themselves while ensuing threats so liberally.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now. But it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group, and a divisive leader. Must be Codicus.
The Legate Minister? Oh, I should stop by Divinity's Reach more often. I'm out of the loop.
And that?
Bloodstone under this table.
Hold on. No. Fuck. I thought I could survive. Not get hit by that. Will you fucking die?
Might makes me right.
I know I have completed the mastery because of Vision or Aurora. Still. I'd hope to survive.
Some more Bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time. This doesn't look good.
What can I say? Never go melee against Construct.
Not the leg.
What?
Ambush! Back up! Back up!
Commander, before we go any further, I want to clear the air between us.
Here? Why would I expect any different? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset with me, and you have every right to be. I can't take back what happened, but I can tell you I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry. My wild hunt, Mordremoth's voice, they were tearing at each other, and sometimes I didn't know which was which. I was very confused, and I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowlin. It was all grey. I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Keith?
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment works.
Rugatar, hello. I apologize if I do not attempt your first part of the name.
Ready? I'll take care of releasing their magic.
Then what?
Then we cross our fingers that we jumpstart the magic echo and don't blow ourselves to smithereens.
Is Bloodstone.
What was that? What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light devouring magic. Then some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
They must have been vaporized by the blast.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic. It could have been Codicus. I have to find Canuck and warn him, if he's still alive.
Great pronunciation of the second part though. Thank you.
Commander! Are you up there? Sounds like someone's looking for you.
Whee!
Commander, Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Codicus is in the area.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Keith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around some more.
Are you sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
She is not wrong. And I can jump to here. And hopefully grab where are you? There you are.
Canuck, glad to see you're alive. I was afraid you'd been caught in the blast.
We almost were, but then, not.
Me too. Your troops?
Some of them are still looking for you, and the rest are forming a perimeter around this place. I wanted to deal with the Minister privately. I really only need you there to corroborate events, should they go south. Plus, I ran into these two delinquents and figured Dragon's Watch could certainly handle it.
Marjorie, Ritlock, showed up just in time to help us track down Codicus.
It was all anyone could talk about in Divinity's Reach. Canuck, you're here under the orders
Countess Anise is very concerned about Codicus's well-being. I'm to return him home, unless the innocent until proven guilty minister does something to change those plans.
She must be very hopeful your plans change.
I was instructed to be tight-lipped about it. But I will say this. Yes.
Before we find him, Codicus may have been the someone who consumed the Bloodstone's magic. If it's true, he may be a little stronger than we all remember.
If he did, we can't just let him loose on Kryta. Or maybe all of Tyria is his prize this time.
I only want to be off Anise's leash. Saving the world would just be a corollary benefit.
For Kryta!
We have company!
No one crosses the White Mantle!
I'll surely succeed where others failed!
So sensitive. Ha.
Eat pain! Might makes me right.
What about
Okay, thank you, Ritlock.
These White Mantle guards aren't affected by the Bloodstone like the others I fought. They must have arrived after the explosion.
Then they came with Codicus. We're close.
This is like the final bit of the episode, so I'm gonna do this. E3. Here we go. Might as well cram in 3 episodes.
Watch your step.
Oh!
Whatever this place
That one
was,
snuck up on
it was
me.
meant to keep the unwary at bay.
Too close to this bloodstone. Strength has left my limbs.
Any counter magic measures up your sleeve, Commander?
Just gonna run all season 3. I thought they would be longer, but it turns out. Oh.
Getting healthier.
I remembered that wrong. That's how I do it.
Might makes me right.
Nice work, Commander. Now, if I could persuade you to take care of the others.
Because on YouTube, I'm trying to do like a episodical playlist. I can probably highlight each section and then post it on YouTube. I'll think more about it. Because I don't have a editor or anything, and I don't know how to edit.
Interesting. Countering the magic of these bloodstones returns whatever magical properties it absorbed. I know a certain big-eared Asura who'd love to be here to study this.
I heard that!
The Living World episodes are only long the first time you play them. Yeah, that part I remember with this particularly. Trying to fill it out. And then whatever point A to point B thing you have. I have learned how to use the highlight feature on Twitch. And then export the highlights and then delete the highlights. Somehow, someday I'll learn it.
Not enough energy.
Perfect. Shields.
How do we bring them down?
These bloodstones can draw off the magic if we can catch the shields in the flux.
Apparently watching ads. Yeah. Sorry about that. Can't exactly pause an MMO. I think I can hide this now. Jesus. Wait, was it that I had to... Yes, what was it I had to do with this? Break the shard. Obviously. No idea if it's to... I know.
The fury is mine. Eat pain. I'm amazing!
Repeat. Well, come back. You did not miss much. Just me failing repeatedly to bring down the shield.
The unstable bloodstone chunks drain whatever energy gets nearby.
If the commander is right about Cauticus absorbing bloodstone magic, that may prove handy.
Work faster! These bloodstones won't collect themselves!
Sounds like we might have something ahead.
Let me take the lead, Rytlock. I was given specific orders on how this was supposed to be executed, and I don't need you to defile it with your inclination to blindly smite.
If that's a blindfold crack.
Care to take the door, Commander? Minister Cauticus.
My pleasure.
You have obviously... Oh, he's not here. Rytlock, smite away.
My pleasure.
You'll never take him!
I love these two.
Might makes me right.
Their quips against each other are always hilarious and never gets old.
Not yet.
Do you actually think we'd let you take him from us?
He's not yours to keep, fanatic.
These fools must be taught their place.
The fury is mine.
Magic from bloodstones empowers me! What do you have? Nothing!
That's how I do it.
Should we repeat that? No, wait.
This will be my pleasure.
Need this.
This is impossible!
To take out her
Magic
shield.
is being drained from my shield.
This is my chance.
Come on.
Might makes me right.
Okay. I need to repeatedly do it.
Not yet.
It'll be easier to go the opposite of her. Not yet.
Might makes me right.
Will you guys? More and more show up. Never mind. You smite me?
Fury is mine.
You.
This is impossible. That's a clever little trick.
But her shield is out.
My pleasure.
This is my chance.
God, I hate her.
Now you... I'm dying.
Power. I should have done this sooner.
And I have to do that again.
Kill the fool before my shield is drained again.
Need to rest.
This is impossible. Magic. That's a clever little trick.
Might makes me right. The fury is mine.
Just a little more. More power! How does it feel to be completely ineffective? Right on.
She decked me just as I jumped.
You won't take.
Okay, melee is ineffective on her.
Why do you think Codicus wanted them to collect bloodstones?
Hopefully to weigh his pockets down while he jumped in a lake.
He can't be far now. Move along, everyone.
The loose magic here has certainly turned this area into a war zone.
So, Commander, you really think Codicus caused the blast to reverse itself?
Possibly. Kaith and I found Ground Zero, and determined something or someone soaked up the lion's share of magic.
His escape does seem conveniently timed to be in the right place at the right time.
Kaith, what was she doing here?
Investigating the blast. She asked I forgive her for stealing the egg and everything.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't think people can change that much.
Ever the cynic.
See? Point proven. I'll never change either. Ask Casimir.
It would be hard for me to blame Kaith for her actions while Mordremoth was alive. But let's save the philosophical arguments until after the Minister is dealt with.
Then let's lay the man to rest.
I think you mean return him to safety.
I'll never understand human politics.
Why do I feel like I'm repeating myself? You follow my orders! I don't know where these delusions are coming from. There is one white mantle. Do you hear me? One!
Minister, I understand, but...
But... Quiet! Now tell me again what this pile of rocks can do. Are there magic words? How powerful is it? Well?
That's him, all right.
Reminds me of a boss I had at the cotton candy stands when I was younger.
Everyone ready to crash his party? Time for your foot key, Commander. Minister Codicus, you've obviously been taken prisoner by these white mantle zealots. I'm here to rescue you and return you to the royal palace.
Let's drop the charade, shall we, you ignorant leaf? I will not be returning to Divinity's Reach until I wear the crown.
So I'm clear. You're admitting you're associated with the White Mantle?
Are you quite touched? I'm their supreme leader, and they will carry me all the way to the throne of Kryta.
Commander, did you witness that?
I did.
Then by the providence granted to me by Countess Anise, I hereby pass sentence on you, Cordicus Beetlestone. Today is your last day on Tyria. Allow my blade to bid you farewell.
Get them! Turn this thing on! What do you think of my latest find, Commander? It was a bit of a fixer-upper, but nothing a few bloodstones couldn't mend.
I believe it's safe to assume Cordicus didn't absorb the Bloodstone's magic. Otherwise, he'd be down here himself.
Did the Bloodstones help me with this thing? Or have they changed the fight?
I need a moment.
I wanted to see this thing trample Kryta! Get in there and save it!
Ow.
Feeling better.
Well, I was correct that I needed the
bust
Bloodstones.
some heads.
I just had to stay alive for it.
That's how I do it.
Thank you, Marjorie.
Might makes me right.
It's mine!
Doesn't help that everything around me is attacking.
Not enough energy.
Get off my back!
Well, it helps that Knock and Ritlock are attacking it. Yep.
You will not stop me! The Krytan throne was built upon White Mantle blood, and we are its rightful heirs.
You are a heretic, Cordicus, and you shall lead no White Mantle, for I am their god.
What? It can't be.
I am the last Mersat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dire. I have returned from the brink of existence.
No! You are a false god! The White Mantle is mine! Don't listen to him!
Empty words, formed by the forked tongue of a snake. The human seat of power and its current monarch are inconsequential. We are destined to face more virtuous pursuits. My true believers, you're welcome to seek shelter in my light. To those who doubt, you're welcome to burn.
Canuck, go now!
Don't stand there with your mouth agape! Get me out of here!
No! Ah, Mesmers!
Sorry, Marjorie, no offense to Kaz.
Helpful if they're on your side. Annoying if they're not. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone.
I'm sorry, Canuck. However, I can help to catch him.
Doesn't look like there's any sign of Lazarus either. A Mersat alive. We should immediately warn the Queen, but he appeared to be disinterested in Kryta.
Surprisingly different from the last time the Mersat were sticking their creepy bird feet where they didn't belong.
Marjorie, weren't you just saying something about people not being able to change?
A virtuous pursuit could mean a lot of things to a Mersat. But I'll admit, I'm curious.
Yeah, they might think it's noble to make a necklace out of your teeth.
With Codicus not displaying any signs of excess power, I think we have to assume Lazarus was the one behind the blast. We need to find him, get an idea of what he's planning to do with all that magic.
Codicus will want to hunt him down too. He won't readily surrender control of the White Mantle. One will inevitably lead us to the other.
Then this'll be a good way to start the new guild. A crisis, but hopefully not a world-ending crisis.
It's how I prefer my crises.
Commander, can you read me? I have some news.
I'm here, Timey. What do you have?
Something possibly slightly, marginally cataclysmic. I managed to finally get detailed ley readings from the map and determined, well...
What is it?
Primordis is active.
What was that about world-ending crisis? Yay. Close window for the moment.
I understand your priority will be the dragon. Mine, however, is unfortunately spoken for.
Yeah, Anise.
Looks like it's time to test the new guild's mettle. Into the fire we go.
A dragon and a Mersat. Can't help but feel like we're surrounded.
Okay. Så närmar oss över chit-chat. That was episode 1. Let's go on and